Hi, and welcome to episode 57 of the PassioKnit Spinner podcast. My name is Tracy. You can find me as Schnüffeltier on Ravelry and Instagram. There's a Ravelry group for this podcast, so please come over and join. There's a blog where I put up the video and some links where you can find me, and I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. I'm again in my living room because I wanted to, and again without show notes, so yeah. But I have not a lot of stuff to talk about. I am wearing something that I handmade. Actually, a lot of things that I handmade. I'm wearing the skull dress that I sewed up in March, and I've grown to love. It's a pattern from a German pattern designer called Milchmonster, and this is the Toni pattern. Yeah, I love it. It's out of sweat, which makes it really warm and very comfy. And I'm wearing it just with black tights, as you can see, and some handmade socks. And these socks that I'm wearing were actually knit out of the leftovers from this cowl, which is the foolproof cowl that you cannot really see. I knit this, I think 2 years ago, and I used a self-striping hand dyed from Twisted Lemon and the dark charcoal gray from Cakewalk Yarns, and I used the leftovers from the cowl to make the socks, and now I think it makes just a really sweet outfit. And I posted a picture of me wearing it on my Instagram a few days ago because I wore it out for breakfast. So, knitting in the past. I finished things. First of all, I wanted to show you the Middlefield pullover. I said I wanted to wear it today, but I decided that I don't want to. So this is the finished garment. It's blocked, it's dry, all the ends are woven in, and I attached the buttons, and I really love these. I think they go really great with it. The pattern is from the book New England Knits by Melissa Labar and Cecily Glag McDonald. The pattern itself is from Melissa Labar, and yeah, I just love it. It's out of my handspun, which makes this the second sweater out of handspun that I made this year. Yeah, I think it's the second. You've seen this a million times before, and I am going to have a podcast where I'll wear it, but it's very, very warm. Like, it's minus 20 degrees outside warm. So yeah, it's adorable. I'm very happy with this. And also, I've grown to like how the sleeves are. So it's a win for me. Next up, I finished some socks. The ends are woven in. I always weave in the ends right away when I knit socks. So they are completely done. Now here they are. This yarn is Savvy Skeins. It's her Flare Sparkle base in the Pandemonium colorway. And I have quite a big chunk left over. I will use this in my soccer and blanket, which I really want to get back to. So yeah, here they are. They are my size, a German 38. I did 64 stitches, top down DPNs, like I always do. I used the Knit Pro Royal needles, which are new. They are wooden needles with metal tips, and I'm having a very loose gauge with these. So I have to consider knitting my socks with 60 stitches when I use these. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to think about it. So yeah, that's the second finished object. I mean, okay, the sweater was done last week, really. I just had to attach the buttons, so first finished object of the week. And the second one is another sweater. Do I have the book with me? I do. So, out of this book, which is Best of Knit Scene, that was published in 2011, maybe, I knit the Berkshire Dolman, which is a pattern by Melissa. And she goes by Neo Knits, and I really like her style. I love her designs. And I did my sweater out of yarn from my stash, and it looks like this right now. So the turtleneck, which is very long, will be folded, and I'm going to block this out so it doesn't hug my neck, because I always feel like someone's strangling me. And the sleeve cuffs are supposed to be, you know, folded over and sewn down with buttons. But I decided to not do that. I was modeling it for my dad yesterday because he's here for visiting, and I just pulled it on, and he said, you know, I wouldn't put on the buttons, because if you don't, you can just fold it up and have it look nice. And if you want to wear a coat, you just fold it down and it lays nice and flat. And actually, when I fold the cuffs down, they go up to my, it's not my ankle, it's my wrist. So I think I'm going to do that to have it a versatile sweater, so I can wear it as a very long sleeved sweater or 3/4 lengths. So yeah, it's finished. I'm really, really much loving this. What? No. I am loving this very much. That's the words. And I had this little bit left of the blue yarn that I used for all the ribbing, and I'm going to make a hat, I think, for my husband, or it could be enough for a big Milo vest for my son. That could be very cute. Have to think about that. And the other yarns that I used were this light gray. It's a light gray, which is a beautiful color, from the Hamburger Wollfabrik. And now where is it? Here it is. And this darker medium gray, which was a Wetterhof Sevilla. It's this yarn here. It's a Finnish yarn that I got in Sweden. I'm almost sure about it now. I had 3 skeins of this, and this is how much. Oops. Okay, it flew out of reach. So I had about a 3/4 skein left, and I want to use it for fingerless mitts, because this is a silk and wool blend, and I showed the kit for the Isager mitts that I bought in Kiel. I showed that last week, and I thought that this would make a great main color, and just throw in some bits and bobs of bright other colors. So yeah. And this one here, you'll see in what I want to make next. So it's done, it's finished. I have to weave in the ends. It needs to be washed and blocked, but I wanted to show it first. And it, again, very, very warm sweater. So yes, another sweater done. I mean, hello. 2 weeks in a row, 2 sweaters done. I'm impressed with myself because that just never happens. So on my needles are 2 things that I'm working on actively. After I finished the socks, I just took the next sock that was in my reach and worked on it. And it's this one here. It's from, the yarn is from Butinette. And I think I got it at a knitting retreat sometime in a swap. So yeah, I'm knitting these. I think I'm gonna do it a smaller size, like German 36, and take them with me to the market, or put them in my shop. Not sure yet. They're coming out very, very small. So this gauge is just, oh, there's a nice cat hair. Nah. So this gauge is just super tight. I mean, I'm knitting with 2.75 millimeter needles, and it's just extremely tight. So I'm not going to keep these for sure. So this is the one thing I'm working on. And the other thing is something that I started yesterday, and it's going to fall out. Ugh. I finished so many things. I mean, I finished the 2 sweaters, and I finished the socks. I'm at the border for my boardwalk shawl, so I wanted to cast something on. And then as I just couldn't decide what I wanted, I got a book and decided something in this book is gonna go on my needles. So the book is called Wanderlust. It's by Tennis Gray. She's the, is it a curator? I don't know. She just asked a bunch of people to design stuff for a book, so that's what they did. And I decided to knit the Cabled Cowl, and yes, that is the name. It's called Cabled Cowl. The pattern is by Debbie O'Neill. And I decided to make it out of handspun because I have a ton of handspun and I just never really use it because I don't think about it. And I just got started. I started it yesterday. I did the seed stitch ribbing. The seed stitch ribbing? No, the seed stitch brim. There's a fly and it's going to walk right across this lens. So, okay. And I got started on the actual pattern. The handspun I'm using, I hand wound it because I didn't want to break out the ball winder. This is a skein of yarn that I bought from the Gift of Grace Etsy shop. And her stuff is amazing. This is very beautiful. It's very much my colors, very autumnal. And yeah, I started it yesterday. I hope to finish it by next time because it's a nice and quick knit for in between and it's exactly what I wanted. So yeah, and also I can really recommend this book because can you see how many tabs I have in here of things I want to make? There's 46 patterns and I think I have 10 tabs on here, so that's awesome. It's a great book. Good. So that's it for stuff that's on my needles. For knitting in the future, I bring back this little piece of goodness. I want to make myself another cardigan out of this, and I decided to do the Miette cardigan by Andy Sutherland. It's a cropped cardigan that is supposed to be worn with dresses and skirts. And as I am wanting to sew a ton of dresses and skirts for myself for next year, I thought a light gray cardigan would be perfect for these. So it will go with everything and any color. I made the dark gray dress with the sequin embroidery that I wore to a wedding. It will be perfect with that one, and it will be just perfect with everything else I want to make. So yeah, I hope I have enough yarn here. If not, I did start knitting a sweater out of this for my husband, and I do have the completed back or front, one of these pieces, sitting somewhere. I took it out, so it is here. And as soon as I run out of this and I'm not done with my cardigan, I'm just going to use it as a sock blank style and knit off of that. So yeah, that's the next thing that goes on my needles. It's the Miette cardigan by Andy Sutherland out of a light gray, so it will go with everything. Good. Now, that's it for all the knitting. I didn't spin anything because I didn't want to, and there's flies. I'm not sure why, but they drive me crazy. And my cats just lay around and ignore them. So, yeah. Okay. No spinning. I'm not inspired to spin right now at all. And it drives me crazy. I don't understand why this is happening. Okay. New stuff. I do have new stuff. I ordered something from Geilsk, which is a Danish yarn maker and pattern designer. And her patterns are gorgeous, but you can only get them as a kit, which kind of sucks because I would have enough yarn in my house, you know, to knit these, but oh well. So what I got is the snurretop. No idea how to say that. I'm gonna take it out. It looks like this. And I just love this thing. I wanted to make it for a while. This is the back view. So it's gorgeous. And you also could decide between two different types of yarn. And one of them was the Bomull och Ull yarn that I've talked about before that I loved so much. So I, of course, decided on that one. And I got it in this plummy pinkish color. So I will have a summer sweater out of this amazing yarn. It's this one here. and this really beautiful stuff. So I look super forward to starting this, but I will start it next year in spring to have it done and be able to wear it. So that's one of the things that I bought for myself. And the other thing that I got is yarn from my friend Sadie, who's an amazing dyer. Her brand, is it a brand? Her shop, her yarn. Oh well, she is the dyer behind Knitter's Nightmare. You can find her shop, I think, at knittersnightmare.com. She dyes beautiful stuff. And I got 3 skeins of the Forest Spirits colorway, because if that is not screaming my name, I'm not sure what is. Look at it. I mean, it's different shades of green with a little bit of gray and brown and some yellowish greeny bits. It's perfect. It's just perfect. I saw it. I saw that she had 3 skeins and I had to have all 3 of them because I'm going to make a sweater for myself out of this. I'm not sure yet which one, but it will be a sweater. So yeah, new yarn. Knitter's Nightmare, go check it out. It's amazing stuff. She has the cutest logo, which is a bat and a skein of yarn. And here is the website. So go check it out. Awesome stuff. An awesome person, because she sent me a skein of another very beautiful green yarn, because green is my favorite color, and it's speckly and it's gorgeous. And I have no idea what I want to make with it. I kind of want to make socks because I wear socks all the time, so I could, you know, just wear it all the time. But I also kind of want to make a shawl because it's just so gorgeous, and I want to show people how gorgeous it is. I'm not sure yet. I will find something. And then she sent me more things. She got me a Batman applique, just because I love Batman and she knows that I do. And this will go on a project bag that I will make for myself sometime, whenever I can go back to my sewing machine. She also sent me some DMC floss in different colors because I cannot get DMC floss easily in Germany. Germans use Anchor floss mostly, so I can get that everywhere. Or Metz, I think, and Madeira, but no DMC. It's just, and if I can get it, it's extremely expensive and I have to order it online. So yeah, she sent me some, and she got me some fat quarters because I'm a superhero person, a huge geek, and she got me Wonder Woman, and this will be made into stuff for me. Superman. Oh, Batman, of course Batman, because it's my absolute favorite. Spider-Man. And the Sugar Skulls that I adore. So thank you so much, Sadie. You are an awesome person. And I wish we could hang out every day. But yeah, there's this little thing called Atlantic Ocean between us. And a lot of land, you know. So sometime we will manage. I hope we will. Okay, now let me think. That was my new stuff. I do have a lot of fabric that I wanted to show, but I forgot to bring, and I'm not going to stand up and get it. I think that's it. There was no sewing. There was no cross stitch. I did watch stuff, and I'm listening to stuff. So I am listening to the 6th Harry Potter book read by Stephen Fry, and I'm rewatching Teen Wolf. I'm well, I just finished. No, go. I finished season 3.1, so the first 12 episodes of season 3, which are, you know, one big story, and after that is another big story. So I finished that, and as my husband's back home, and he will be home until Sunday, you know, for 2 whole nights, I plan to watch Teen Wolf tonight and tomorrow, and knit my cowl, because I want to. I think that's a very good idea. I'm going to do that. So yeah, that's that. That leaves me with everything else, and I do have something for everything else because I'm a horrible person. And I meant to draw winners for the 16 and 2016 and the interpretations knit alongs forever, because they both the interpretations knit along ended at the end of September, and I drew monthly winners for the 16 and 2016 knit along so far each month, and I haven't yet for September. You know, it's late October, so it's time to do that. And I did draw winners, and I'm going to start with the interpretations knit along. In the whole shebang that I wrote about it, I did say that I'm going to give away at least 2 prizes, and I was super excited. It was a 3-month knit along, and I just hoped that many people would take part, and we had 8 people who finished things. And I don't want to be a mean person, but for 8 entries it seemed kind of overexcited to give away 2 prizes, so I decided to give away 1 prize. And it's going to be this thing here. It is a skein of my hand spun. I spun this maybe 2 weeks ago. No, not 2 months ago, I would say. It's, I think, the latest finish for my hand spun yarns. The fiber was dyed by Uniquely Yours. It's a BFL roving that I used. And I did write all the important things on the back. So this is a pretty much perfect worsted weight skein of yarn, and it would be perfect for a hat, a cowl, mittens, something like this. And yeah, so this is the prize. And as I said, we had 8 people who finished, and I put them all at the top of the thread, and I just drew between numbers 1 and 8, and the number that came up was number 1, which was a gal from Kazoo, and that's Linda. So Linda, please contact me and I will get this out to you this year, I promise. I'm horrible with sending out prizes, but you will get your prize sooner or later. And promise to everyone who's still waiting on stuff, it's getting to you. So Linda, gal from Kazoo, I hope I'm saying that right. This skein of yarn is yours. Please contact me. I will get it out to you. And I just wanted to say, if your name is Linda and you enter into something in my podcast, the chances of winning are super high, because no other name has come up so many times as Linda. I have several Lindas watching, and they seem to be winner types. So yeah, gal from Kazoo, Linda, this is yours. It's for the interpretations cowl. The other prize is for the 16 and 2016, which is still going very strong. We are up to 10, or I think it's 10 people who finished their 16 pairs. And in general, we are up to 647 posts in the knit along thread. So I drew between 1 and 647. And the number that came up was number 49, and that's Life Full of Laugh. Your name is Lisa. Lisa is an awesome person who she does the swapless swaps, where she gets indie dyers to send her skeins of yarn, and she does mini skeins and sends them out to people. And I wanted to get in on these forever, and I just never seem to manage, because money. But yeah. So, Linda, Life Full of Laugh. I got this awesome prize from you. It's from Vivid Yarn Studio, and it's a sock blank. I am going to show you. It's a double knit sock blank, so you're wanting to knit 2 at a time. And I'm just going to show a little bit of it. The color name is Watermelon Kiss. So, Lisa, please contact me with your information, and I will get this out to you, like I said, this year. Promise, it's gonna be this year. So yeah, that's that. Oh, I'm gonna just show you so you can read it if I said stuff wrong. So girls, contact me with your informations. And I think that's it for this week. I'm gonna put these back in the little baggie so my cats will not put their fur all over. And good. So the prices are safe and sound. I think that's it for this week. I will be podcasting again, I think, in the middle of the next week, the week after next, because I'm going to be alone again and there's just no podcasting happening. And I hope to be back to sewing because I really want to sew stuff and I need to. I am way behind on my Bubbles Bee. So yeah, I'm rambling. I'm going to stop. I wish you all a wonderful week. I hope to be able to talk to you again very soon. And until then, enjoy everything you do. Bye.